when I first started going back to the gym, man, it was so hard for me because I started off with like some cardio, and I used to just be dripping sweat, bro. Like I used to hate it, bro. But now when I go, like I barely break a sweat, man. I kind of like just get to the workout.
So the breaking the sweat, that's how I know I'm really working. That's my favorite part.
See, but I was overly sweating, like. And then, like, I needed another shirt in the middle of the workout type of thing. Actually, not in the middle, in the beginning of the workout, because we start off with cardio.
Burn no calories, nah. So yeah, nah. I did learn that though. Got to move cardio to the end of the workout. That help you cut down more, get that cut physique that you looking for, help you tone up your muscles and everything. So, yeah.
Sweet. Well, let's get to why we here today, man.
Let's get it.
Absolutely. So, welcome guys to Tac Talk Tuesday. I'm here with a very special guest. This guy beside me, man, this guy knows a lot about funding, man. He knows a lot about credit. He knows a lot about things that most of our entrepreneurs and people that are young should know. And people that are older will know too. And I just want to formally introduce my friend, Markel Gale.
What's up, baby? I appreciate it, bro. Thank you for having me, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Okay, I'm so glad that you're here. I just want to say that I'm so glad you're here.
I appreciate it, bro. I remember, we were just talking about this, and now you really doing this, shorty. So yeah, bro, big ups to you, bro.
Thank you.
Congrats, bro.
Thank you. I want to talk about you today. I want to talk about your industry. So if you don't mind, let's go ahead and like start from the beginning. So what got you into what inspired you to start your business? Let's do that.
I'm not gonna go into the long overdue version of that, but what got me started within the financial literacy space was more so I failed backwards into it, and I failed in multiple businesses before, Legal Shield, Forex, Yacht, Amazon, literally.
Wanting to dry your shoes.
Literally any and almost everything that you could name, like, bro, I done probably like failed at that joint. So it took me going through those experiences and going into debt. And the only reason why I failed at a lot of those experiences was, a lot of those businesses was because I didn't have the proper mentorship, the proper budgeting. I had never planned. Just a lot of foundational pieces of a business. Never really set those in place. So once I learned those and started helping people out, a friend of mine told me I should monetize this thing, and it just set off a light bulb in my head. But almost coming up on like a year ago now, and bro, I've just been running with it ever since.
Sweet. So do you use any tools for your business, like anything that that's like in your day-to-day operations? What type of stuff do you need to get started?
Tools. I mean, I got my website
Or equipment.
Honestly, I would say probably no equipment. I don't really have too much overhead. I do pay for an office space, but that's not really necessary. You can start this from your bed, you know what I'm saying? But as far as helping people, start and educate them about business and things that they should and shouldn't do to take those next steps. Like, my whole goal is first 6 months, I'm trying to make you your first 100K.
Okay, man, that's pretty big. So, are there people that you know in this industry that you may have like gotten some ideas from?
Nah. So honestly, we were supposed to have me and my old business partner. We were supposed to have a mentor in this space that I'm in now. It was basically I don't want to say a scam, but he didn't do what he was supposed to do, and he basically kind of used our talents to help build his business and stuff. So he never really educated us on business funding, how to properly structure your business, how to enhance your credit profile.
How did you learn?
Oh, mentors. I got 3 mentors: Damon, Pete Dillard, Dion Coopwood, and Darius Benders. Started on YouTube University after my friend gave me that whole bro, you should monetize this. It was just like a more so like, damn, all right, how can I turn this into a business?
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you say you stopped doing to take your business more seriously?
Stop being comfortable.
Stop being comfortable in what ways? I'm comfortable right now with you. So, what do you mean? Like, I think comfortability is a great thing to have. So, what do you mean by that?
Confidence is a great thing to have, but
Yeah.
I think comfortability or stagnation is um, something that we get too used to. Like, yeah, we might be successful right now where we're at, but it doesn't mean we should be comfortable and accepting, oh, this is our peak or this is the max potential we have. When if we get rid of the 80% here that we're so focused on the 20% and 10x what we're working on, then we have so many other barriers we could break down.
Absolutely. So, how have you made yourself uncomfortable then?
Um, Started with journaling. Had to become more self-aware, and how I got into a space of uncomfortability was investing into myself in a multitude of ways, whether that's mentorship and coaching, a trainer for the gym, counseling, as in therapy, or even a life coach to help guidance and information. You can't. I don't think there's a price point you can really put on that.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. I think a lot of it is through time. Like you learn through time. I want to ask you, how do you like stay so disciplined with your business outside of like being around your clients? So when you're with your clients, of course you're acting a certain way, but I personally don't like to turn off the business. I like to keep it turned on, even when I'm at home, even when I'm getting ready to go to work, or even preparing for a client. I like to always kind of be in that mode. How do you stay disciplined with being professional outside of like in the office?
Well, how you do one thing is how you do everything, and
That's absolutely right.
your character
That's
is
absolutely right.
your character is who you are. Basically, when people are not around you, like so, what you do, how you act, when people aren't looking is the real you. So, bro, I'm always be authentically me. I'm always keep it transparent, and I think that's what draws my clientele or people in general to me. Like they always know they're going to get the most authentic version of me, and I'm always looking for their best interest in mind. Like even my whole business is about literally education and me just walking in my purpose and being able to help and serve my community.
Okay.
Nothing more than that.
And how does the industry, the financial literacy industry, how does that impact the community?
In a multitude of ways. So, that's a great question because you could start in many places. Like starting a business, people don't know, like in your industry, or you might be able to explain this a little more deeper. But there's tax breaks that you get being a business owner than just being a regular citizen. Me being a financial advisor now, teaching people about retirement and 401ks and rolling those over into life insurance policies and why it's better to grow your money over here and then that life insurance policies aren't just for uh, death benefits. They also come with living benefits.
These benefits can help like small families. I guess later in time with.
So let's say, example I was using for myself was I have two life insurance policies that I use as savings accounts because I don't believe in regular savings accounts because your money is just sitting. So, and putting my money into life insurance policies and letting my money build and grow there, I'm using my life insurance policies as down payments for my first property that I buy later this year.
Okay.
But I'm not just going to pull that money straight from the life insurance policies. I'm going to borrow that money from myself by becoming my own bank. And borrowing that money from myself, it still sits over here. So let's say I pull $27K for a down payment.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I pulled $27K from right here doesn't mean it's not going to keep growing over here, and I'm still being able to use it twice. So I'm still able to use my money and still allowing it to grow for me. So well, it's just really just teaching people about their options.
Okay. If I can, kind of like decipher this a little bit, are you telling me that you're able to essentially provide the literacy of getting the financial? You're providing the literacy of getting the life insurance, and you're providing a literacy to show people how to, use this money and also make more money with what? How do I make more money?
How you make more money? So you even leverage the bank's money, and I would say you, like you mentioned, we talked about it before. Having a business plan is always a must. Or even if you're not a business person, let's say you love your job. I don't discriminate or tell people to stop working 9 to 5. I still have my 9 to 5. I love it. I get to work from home, so I get to run my businesses as well. But in saying that, bro, a regular person might be, or even for me, for example, working for the government. I told y'all I don't even only see half my check because I got money going to the life insurance policy that's on my job, health insurance, this, that, and the full. The whole time I could be investing that same money into a life insurance policy, it growing for me. I still have access to it, and I get to pull from it, or it still give me the same benefits as the life insurance policy on the job, the health insurance on the job, and X, Y, and Z. Those benefits don't really matter.
So when you speak about life insurance policy, because I want to touch on that, most people have a retirement account.
Mm-hmm.
Now, unfortunately, when you pull from the retirement account early,
it's heavy.
Yeah, you're being for one, it's a penalty, and then it's still being taxed. What's the difference between pulling money out of my retirement account rather than pulling money out of my life insurance account?
So it's a tax deferred annuity, or basically you're creating multiple buckets for yourself to where, let's say you got your 401k over here or your TSP.
Mm-hmm.
With your life insurance policy, you got your death benefit, which is one bucket of money. You got your cash value where it's growing. You might, because you're probably rolling over that 401k or the TSP, you get to create an annuity for yourself to where you have more access to that money. So they're paying you monthly. Let's say you have $500k in your 401k. Like you said, if you pull from it too early,
your penalties.
Yeah.
You have penalties, and then there's also it's taxable. So
with life insurance, they have certain products like different annuity products that allow you to pull 10% of that money each year, and it still continues to steadily grow while it's still paying you out a certain percentage of that money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And is this money taxable?
So
I'm pretty sure it's taxable when you put it in.
No, it's actually not.
It's not. Okay.
Yeah, so when you roll it over, it's tax free. Yeah. So and that's why it's better to do that than a 401k. Like I said, plus you have more access to it. It's a safety net because in the index universal life policy or in the index market, the floor is zero. So the amount of money that you can lose is zero. Okay. You can make all the money in the world, but if the market goes bad, it freezes your account, so it's no money that you're going to lose.
Okay. So I always, like you said, create a level of transparency. Is this stuff free? Like, how expensive is it for people to get a life insurance policy? How expensive is it for people to work with you?
Not so for the life insurance, for a life insurance policy, it could be anywhere as cheap as $22 a month.
And what is that application fee?
Nah, that's the policy. That's the premium you pay a month.
Oh, that's how much the premium is.
Yeah, so
okay.
So let's say off of $22, your max death benefit might only be like $10,000, but that might be enough for you and your family to cover burial expenses.
Yeah,
and that might be all you need to cover. You know what I'm saying? You might not have no retirement or no money that you invested over the years to leave your family, but you don't want to leave them with the cost of burying them.
No, you're absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying?
So many people that I know struggle with paying funeral expenses because what's the number one thing about a funeral expense? It's unexpected. You do not know when your last day is. So the proper planning from services like you will allow people to actually plan for a death. You know, and not to sound so cold, but it's still something that lifts a financial burden off yourself. You're already burdened with losing a loved one. Now let's lessen that burden with some finances.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. I'm glad that you were able to do this for our community and put out this information because honestly, it's such a struggle to get source information. Such a struggle to get information that could benefit you. There's so much just cloudness in our economy. Like like it's things that are important that people aren't even taking a second to look into, like your services, life insurance. So I'm just happy that you're doing this,
I
man.
appreciate that, brother.
If you don't mind, I do want to talk a little bit about how like COVID and the pandemic has affected like your industry. Do you feel like it's been a negative or positive effect to your industry since COVID came?
So I personally wouldn't be able to speak to it because I've only been doing it for a year.
Okay.
So I can't say that it has affected me per se, but yeah, I would say COVID was just like, one of those things. I would say like when it comes to people starting a business, I feel like a lot of people started a business as a trend during COVID and not to actually do it and stick it out through the ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? Because it takes 3 to 5 years to actually, create a successful business. And a lot of people was getting lucky and, becoming influencers or, become a millionaire overnight because, social media, it was nothing but to do but be on social media and interact with people online. But now that we have came out of COVID and it's been 2 years, let's say 2 to 4 years later, a lot of those people have fallen off because it was luck. It's not sustainability. So,
and how do you help with those people who have fell off during the pandemic? How do you help a small business that has declined or suffered a major loss? Like how do you come in and impact this?
So one, we need to audit your business and let's look at your numbers and see what works for you and what hasn't worked for you and how we could optimize that and take that to another level or implement new strategies. And then also, a lot of times people business foundation, like the structure of their business, whether it's having SOPs or operating agreements, whether it's between
Just SOPs, standard operating procedures.
yeah, my bad.
When we're in this space, a lot of people just keep it going. I'm gonna clear the air. Go ahead.
My bad, y'all. But yeah, even like people not having, I've had clients that don't have business bank accounts. So I've had clients that never had a personal credit card before. So, bro, it's really just more so the educational piece. Again, like that word just gonna keep coming up because like that's all I'm here. But
Absolutely.
yeah, bro.
That foundation is so important. A business can't even write off nothing if they're not a registered business.
Right.
A business can't even get a loan if they don't have a bank account. Showing proof of funds. These are all things that can, again, help your business progress. So, and you're a part of that. That's good.
Yeah, my whole goal is to keep you from making the mistakes that I made all these years. Let me fast track you because I've also, well, you know this, I've been doing photography and videography for the past 11 years and not having that business properly structured or set up how I wanted it to be or needed it to be, I couldn't take the leaps and bounds that I knew I could have made, or even starting out, paid 10 to 12K for a camera and lens out of pocket, saving up. Shout out to moms and pops.
So
for looking out too.
Is it funds that businesses are missing when they first start? Is it the funds that they don't have the proper funding, or
They don't have the proper funding, guidance,
Guidance.
and I would say that's another thing I'm missing. Funding, guidance, and I would say maybe like knowledge and education.